Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. You've got the Cousins brothers, and we've got incredibly clear UFO videos for you tonight that will boggle your mind. Now, let's watch the first video coming in.
Ay, 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 me paro de mi asiento en este momento por lo interesante que es este video que le está dando la vuelta a la web. Imagínese usted este chamacón, este chofer que va en el interior de su automóvil. Esto al parecer sucedió en una parte de Sao Paulo, Brasil, en donde por primera vez el que graba sí hace algo. Tal es el caso, lo repito, de este conductor que se da cuenta de que allá en el cielo hay un ovni, un platillo volador, tal como lo estamos viendo en este momento. Y él no solamente se conforma con sacar su celular y comenzar a grabar, porque dijo, no señores, esto no me lo van a creer si ya lo estoy grabando, si me está sucediendo. Arranca el carro y empieza a seguir a este platillo volador. Ojo, revíselo bien. Esto no se trata de un dron, es completamente diferente. Teníamos bastantes años que los platillos voladores no se grababan, esta característica forma discoidal. No señores, han salido los ovnis cigarro, han salido los ovnis triangulares, pero en esta ocasión el conductor dijo, claro que lo voy a seguir y hasta donde puede. Vea nada más cómo no se queda conforme y dice, vamos, métele la pata al acelerador y va siguiendo a este objeto volador no identificado que por supuesto no sabemos con qué intención vengan. ¿Será acaso que estamos a nada de hacer ese tan esperado contacto? ¿Por qué no se presentan de una vez? Pero un fuerte aplauso y un gran reconocimiento a este jovenazo que en verdad se la rifó.
Right, we're going to roll this once again. We want to get your thoughts in this live premiere right here at Third Phase of Moon. Good to be with everybody from around the world, and we're looking at something that when we first looked at this video just moments ago, we were kind of stunned. We don't see any kind of manipulation. This is one of those videos that are almost too good to be true, but it is. In my opinion, we're looking at authentic, crazy footage right now. The man really does a good job while driving and capturing the phenomenon here. It's actually, he's managing to get a pretty good focus. We're going to pull up one of the clearest images of this sequence here in just a moment. All right, Brent, do you got that file here? Yeah, Blake, let's just pull up that frame right now. We're going to get a good close-up of this. This is badass footage of the phenomenon. Here it is. Look at this thing. It's a clear, classic UFO, silver disc, or whatever you want to call it. It's there. This is real. There's no AI going on here, no CGI. This is, again, authentic footage. What are we looking at here, people? Okay, we're going to get a close-up. I zoomed it up about 200%. Again, he gets a really good close-up. Look at this thing. All right, guys, multiple angles. He continues to film. That's what I like about this one. He wanted to get in close proximity, and he did the best he could. It's almost something straight out of the movies. This is an action chase scene, and he's managing the impossible, capturing the phenomenon right there. What is this? This is some unidentified flying object that we've been talking about for the past 15, 17 years now. This is some of the best footage I've seen in years. The hues of color seemingly changes from like purple to green and red. here's another still image that I thought was one of this part really got our eye. Look at this shot right there. Wow. Again, this, my God, people, if this isn't a UFO, I don't know what it is. Share this link if you're watching it right now on Third Phase of Moon. Copy paste this link to your social media. Get the word out. Third Phase of Moon just dropped something big. And again, this episode has a lot of crazy stuff. And we're going to look at something coming right now. Again, wild ride. Watch. Okay, we got a sky watcher at night capturing, once again, the phenomenon. But look at the interaction right there. Little enhancement. You see involvement with one another. These orbs, they're communicating with each other. Look at that, Blake. It makes contact again, and it seems to, they made some sort of conversation. And it says, I got you. Now, and that thing just took off. Incredible display of the phenomenon right now as we're watching this with you in pretty much real time. This is fantastic footage right here. Okay, something just came in moments ago, and we wanted to share it with you. This is kind of breaking news. Something unusual was captured by the Russians. And Brent's got the exact date, but look at these photographs that have just come in, apparently declassified from Russia. Brent, what's the details on this? Yeah, it's coming in fast, and I believe there's more footage that's just come in, which is pretty incredible. But let's just roll these right now. We're seeing this sphere, massive sphere, just submerge into the ocean and leaves its wake, and kind of this whirlpool effect, which is amazing. Again, are these real, coming in from Russia, declassified? I believe the year was 1962. You know, there's some breaking news coming in. Something shook up right there in Russia moments ago. Apparently there's a tsunami heading our way right over in California. We're in California at the moment, but our family is in Hawaii. We grew up there, and apparently that is about to strike. But we're looking at this coming in from Russia, and we're following multiple breaking news on the front right here at Third Phase. But Brett, 1962, these photographs, if deemed legit, apparently coming in from Russia, declassified, of some massive orb out there in the ocean. I don't know. I'm still not 100% convinced on this, but these photographs are compelling. What I like about it, it's just not one photograph where you have a sequence of a bunch of photos. That it would be kind of interesting to fake all of these things, especially if this is propaganda coming out of Russia. I'm still, again, on the fence, but some of these things, like this implosion underneath the surface of the water and this transmedium effect, is very interesting. Yeah, you can see it's off at quite some distance, too, as it starts to submerge underneath the ocean there. Everything looks fairly legit, and it seems like the ship pulls in a little closer and gets a better vantage point, and then it plunges right there. I do like this photo because the effects, everything looks legitimate. And, again, this whirlpool effect is pretty curious. All right, we're getting some more updates. Tsunami alert. Not an alert, a warning going on in Hawaii. The whole state is on alert. Oh, the warning is strong. Apparently an 8.7 earthquake just struck off the coast of Russia, and it's heading its way towards Hawaii at 500 miles an hour at this moment. Expected to arrive in approximately about 2 hours from now. So we're keeping our eyes peeled of what's really going to go down in Hawaii, but we're getting some reports live right there from the state. Let's just listen to what's going on in the state of Hawaii, and we're gonna chime in. Brent? Yeah, just another report. They bumped it up another point. It's 8.8 now on the Richter scale with that earthquake. So that's one of the biggest earthquakes in over a decade. This is big news. Let's just hear what the news is saying right now.
The plate interface that's right near Russia. Last week's earthquake, where we had the tsunami watch, was actually atypical. It was a strike slip, and now we don't have confirmation just yet, but this is potential that it was a major thrust earthquake. Of course, let's take a look at the details out there. We've got a magnitude 8.8. Giving you a recap, we had an 8.0 magnitude earthquake issued around 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. That was upgraded around 20 minutes later to an 8.7. It has now been upgraded again to an 8.8, nearly a 9 on the Richter scale. Very, very strong. We've got a tsunami warning across the entirety of the island chain. Every area that you see right here in red is under that tsunami warning. Now is the time to take action. Again, move away from the coastal areas. If you're in a building, move at least 4 or 5 stories up to get as far away from sea level as possible. And of course, make sure that you're making preparations now. The earliest potential arrival of
So we're going to follow this very closely. It's been upgraded to an 8.8 earthquake. Right now, massive surge of water heading towards, Third Phase of Moon's home base. And that's where we all got started, on the big island of Hawaii. And I know you're all aware of all the history we've been working on with the UFOs and the activity. But let's just keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully it's not as devastating as it may seem, but you just never know. Brent? Yeah, 1946, I think there was a 8.6 earthquake out of Anchorage, I believe, and it caused massive damage. And is on April Fool's on that day, and people didn't know the tsunami was coming because everybody thought it was kind of a joke when the kids came up from a school that got wiped out. So this is kind of crazy stuff that's going on right now, and everybody just be safe. That's right, Brett. A lot of breaking news coming in right here at Third Phase of Moon, and unfortunately, sad news. We all remember the UFO dog. He went down in history right here at Third Phase of Moon. We're sorry to say that he's gone to the other side, and we miss Breakfast so much. He had 14 years in our life, and I hope you enjoyed some of the adventures that you saw on Third Phase of Moon. Breakfast was a one of a kind. Yeah, I think he became the mascot for Third Phase, and he'll be missed for sure. And he passed away peacefully today, and it sounded like it was a really gentle way. And he had a smile when it was all said and done. And we miss you, Breakfast. We love you.